This video presents you with the top 11 consulting firms for strategy and growth initiatives and explain how choosing the right partner determines real success. Stay with me because this will help you avoid missteps and help your organization choose the right consulting partner for your strategy and growth efforts. Let's jump right into it. We start with Accenture strategy. Accenture strategy is well known for helping large organizations connect strategy with technology and execution. They are often brought in when companies need enterprise scale strategy work tied directly to digital transformation and large operating model changes. The firm is typically a strong fit for complex global organizations that need scale and integrated delivery across many functions. So, this is how we are going to go over each of the 11 firms on the top ranked list, providing you with an overview of each one. And then the second half of this video will go from this list of 11 using a checklist. How can we help you reduce the list down to 2 to 3 organizations for your company or for you to reach out to and request a meet and greet to interview the shortlisted consultant to now determine out of the final list of 2 to 3, which one will be best for your organization. So just a quick recap. The goal is to go over an overview of the top 11 and then help you narrow that list down to 2 to 3 for you to go interview, and then go from 2 to 3 down to 1 for your organization to hire. As I'm going over each one, you want to be listening to some of the key strengths that I am talking about for you to determine whether that organization I'm providing an overview of should be added to your shortlisted list of final 2 to 3. For example, for Accenture strategy, I just mentioned that this consulting firm is really a strong fit for complex global organizations that need scale and integrated delivery across many functions. So if you know your organization is implementing growth and strategy that is spread across many regions or many functions, or it's at scale, then you will want to consider it adding Accenture strategy to your shortlisted list. Okay. All right. Let us go over the next consulting firm on this list, which is Airiodion Group Consulting. Airiodion Group is a top strategy and growth management consultant for organizations that need more than strategy recommendations. What do I mean by that? One reason why Airiodion Group is rated the best consulting firm for strategy and growth is that their consulting delivery goes beyond planning and also involves hands-on delivery and implementation of the changes. And those deliveries are led by very experienced consultants who stay involved all the way from planning through to implementation and post-implementation to ensure end-to-end success of your organization's growth and strategy efforts. Another reason why Airiodion Group is recognized as a top strategy and growth management consultant is its ability to deliver end-to-end business transformation. They apply a proven, successful 4-phase, scalable, flexible strategy and growth management framework. This helps organizations manage organizational readiness, change adoption, implementation, and realize long-term value and return on their investments rather than losing momentum after launch. Next, let us move on to the next organization on this list, which is Bain and Company. Bain is known for its strong focus on results and value creation. Organizations often engage with Bain when growth targets, profitability, and performance improvements are the primary drivers. Let me pause here for a second. So, you're listening as I'm talking about the strengths for these organizations. For Bain, I mentioned they are often best when growth targets, profitability, and performance improvements are primary drivers for an organization's growth and strategy transformation. So, if this is similar to what your organization is implementing, then you want to consider adding Bain to your shortlisted list. The next organization on our list is Boston Consulting Group. BCG is widely associated with deep strategic thinking and innovation. They are often selected when organizations are navigating competitive shifts, market disruption, or long term growth questions that require strong analytical insights and future focused strategy development. Who do we have next? We have Deloitte. They are known for their broad industry coverage and ability to support large, complex transformations. Organizations often choose them when strategy engagement needs to connect to operating model redesign or governance or enterprise wide change across multiple business units. So, if this rings a bell for you, if your organization is implementing strategy transformation that needs to be connected to operating model redesign or governance or literally enterprise wide change across multiple business units, then you want to include them on your short-listed list. Okay, let's move on to Kearney. They are often associated with growth strategies that are tightly connected to operations. They are frequently engaged by organizations that want to improve performance, efficiency, and scalability while still pursuing growth, particularly in operationally intensive environments. So, if that is your organization, you want to consider adding this consulting firm on your shortlisted list. Now, it goes without saying that at any point in time, you can pause this video if you want to take more detailed notes in regards to the overviews that I am providing. You can also rewind the video to re-listen to things that I have said so far. Let us continue with McKinsey. They are commonly engaged for high-level corporate and enterprise strategy implementation. Organizations often go to them when facing major strategic decisions that require senior level credibility, long term direction setting, and enterprise reinvention. Okay, let us go on to the next organizations on this list. The next one is OC&C Strategy Consultants. They are most specialized and they are often chosen for focused commercial and market strategy engagement. They are typically engaged when organizations need deep insight into pricing, customer behavior, portfolio decisions, or specific market entry questions. So when you reflect on the changes and initiatives that your organization is implementing right now, if it involves pricing, if it involves really understanding customer behavior, if it involves portfolio decisions or go-to-market entry types of engagement, then you want to consider them as part of your shortlisted list. Okay, let us go on to PwC next. PwC is often selected when strategy and growth initiatives must align closely with governance, risk management, and enterprise controls. This firm is commonly engaged by organizations that are operating in regulated or highly complex environments where structure and oversight are critical. We now move on to Roland Berger. They are particularly strong in Europe and are often engaged for corporate strategy and transformation engagement in industrial and manufacturing driven organizations. Their strength lies in combining strategic rigor with deep regional and sector insight. So, to provide value to anyone watching this video, we realize that this top list of 11 organizations should be global. That includes top consulting firms that operate in the US, in Canada, North America, Latin America, Europe, Africa, the Middle East. That way, irrespective of where your organization is located in, including Asia, you will be able to at least find one or two top consulting firms that you can reach out to interview and then select one. Let us move on to the next organization on this list, which is YCP Solidians. They are known for their strong presence across Asia Pacific markets. Organizations normally engage them when exploring market entry, expansion, or growth strategies across diverse and complex APAC regions. So, as you can see, each of these firms brings something different to the table. Up next, I will walk you through that practical checklist to help you narrow this list down and identify the right strategy and growth consulting firm that best fits your organization's specific needs, challenges, and goals. So, as promised, here is the full checklist that you can use to identify the best consulting firm for your organization. Use the link below this video to download this checklist, and you and members of your team can start applying this checklist immediately as you evaluate potential partners. As you can see on my screen, step one is narrowing down the list. So before interviews even begin, you want to reduce your options to just 2 or 3 consulting firms by assessing similar types of projects that they have delivered, as well as whether they provide hands-on strategic and tactical support. This is important because you want to ensure there is adequate project type fit as well as industry fit, meaning that do they support your specific industry? Geographic presence is also important, but most importantly is also delivery model. What does this mean? It really means, do they have a scalable and flexible delivery framework which will allow them to hit the ground running on day one and providing value? So this is very important. Also, do they provide hands-on tactical as well as strategic support is also very important. The next step is interviewing the shortlisted list of 2 to 3 consulting firms. And during the interview, we are recommending that you ask them some of these questions that we have included here. But you don't have to ask them all of these questions. We have included why each question matters, as you can see on my screen. That way, you can better determine which of these questions you will prioritize when meeting with and interviewing the consulting firm. Step 3 is where you evaluate and you also compare the interviewed 2 to 3 firms to determine which one to select. So after the interview, you want to compare them based on their delivery approach, cultural alignment, their communication style, and how they connected with you and your team during the interview. Why is this important? Well, you represent your company's culture. And so if the consultants connect very well with you, they are very likely to also connect well with impacted users across your organization. So that level of connection is very important to help you narrow down the list between the 2 to 3 firms that were interviewed down to one to be selected for this opportunity. As you can see here on the checklist, we emphasize look for chemistry. That basically means looking for connection for the management consultants that clicked well with you and your other leadership team that were part of interviewing the consulting firms. Step 4 is where you make the final decision. Before you finalize your choice, you want to ensure you are confirming scope, timelines, and success measures such as adoption and business impact. Most importantly, though, you also want to ensure that you align with the consulting firm on how knowledge transfer will happen at the end. Basically, the right consulting firm should leave you and your organization stronger, more capable, and better prepared for future initiatives. So, the main message is very simple, though. The best consulting firm for your organization is not the biggest name or the most popular brand. It is the consulting firm that understands your people, your culture, and your business goals and will help you achieve lasting results long after the engagement ends. That is the best consulting firm for your organization. If your organization is currently undergoing or planning for a mid to large scale strategy and growth initiative, I can help. As highlighted in this video, Airiodion Group Consulting is ranked among the best management consulting firms for strategy and growth, particularly where implementation, change adoption, and real business outcomes are key priority for your organization. Even if you just have questions about selecting the right consulting firm, or your organization is experiencing project related or change management related pain points and challenges that you would like to discuss with somebody to brainstorm on the best practices to mitigate those pain points and challenges your organization is running into, and you would like to discuss those with me, do go ahead and reach out to me. I would love to have that conversation with you. Anything at all you would like to discuss, if there is a way I can help, I will be more than happy to help you. The link to contact me is below this video where it says contact OB Airiodion. That is how you can reach out to me so we can schedule a conversation. Looking forward to having that conversation with you soon. And don't forget to like this video, as that lets me know that you have received value from it. You can also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss great content like this one.